This old guy DIY video has to do with using a Mecurate instrument to locate studs and a metal outlet box in the ceiling where a ceiling fan may be. Now, a friend of mine was told by the previous owner of her house that there may be a box mounted to a stud in the middle of the living room where she could install a ceiling fan. So I used that little Mecurate thing to identify where the box should be. So you see my pieces of tape. I measured the center of the room and that was right here. And using that little measurer, I found metal here, there, and here. So I'm speculating that the stud is on this side and the box is right here. So I'm going to drill a hole in a few minutes and see if it was correct. And if not, she's going to be unhappy because I put a hole in her ceiling. Now, using this thing is pretty intuitive. Just press the on button. And you can see down here it says stud, deep, which is also wood, metal, and AC. It's supposed to also find lines that have electricity running through them. So you just use the mode button. I went to metal for the thing I'm doing on the ceiling. And then when I saw kind of a wide pattern there, I switched over to stud and ran across, and that's where I found that the stud is on the left-hand side, a series of tape pieces I put on the ceiling. So in a few minutes I'm going to get a drill, going to just drill a small hole in the ceiling, put a wire up there and listen, see if it goes tap, tap, tap on some tin. And if so, we'll make a larger hole. For my ceiling probe, I took a finish nail, I just clipped the head off of it, and then I used that to drill a hole in the ceiling. So based on my little archaeological dig here, I determined the stud was on this side, so I came 1.5 inches over, and then I measured 3 inches over to where this hole is, and then I kind of centered it between this mark and the tape over here. And now when I put the wire in, I get a metallic sound confirming what the stud finder found. So now it's time to make a larger hole. As I was reaching for the knife, I thought I'd better do a couple more exploratory holes and confirm that I have what I think I have. So I now have 4 holes up here. And all 4 are hitting metal. So now I'll take the knife, just cut those sides out between the 4 corners, see what we find. I cut the drywall away and we came right into wires and a metal box. So we're going to call this a success as far as that little stud finder tool goes. Now I cut that little area out and I found wires and a metal box on the other side. So we're going to call this a success so far. I'm just going to drill a couple more holes and try to identify where the edges of the box are, and we'll go from there. The exploratory surgery is complete. The box is exposed, the wires are exposed. You can see my little marks on the ceiling where I was trying to identify it with the stud finder. But for a job I really didn't want to do because if I screwed up her ceiling, I knew she would have been unhappy. I'm very pleased with the result. That little stud finder was only 20 bucks on Amazon. That may be the best 20 bucks I've spent in the last 10 years. So I hope this video helped you, and have a great day. And this is the finished product. We found the spot in the ceiling, assembled everything, attached the wires, and all is good.